Hey guys, I'm Alana from Win Win, and today I am going to be reviewing one job, which is a day in the life of a FIFO bus driver. Now, this job I did for a couple of years, and I reckon it's quite frankly one of the best jobs on site, without a doubt. So, a typical day looks like this. Basically, depending on what run that you're on, it might be a morning run, afternoon run, night shift run, whatever it is. You basically will go start work, fill in all your pre-start information, whatever, pre-start the bus, obviously. Do your JHAs, take fives and stuff like that. And then you will go and find your bus, unless you just have it, unless you're taking it from somebody else, then it'll basically be driven right up to you and you just jump in and then off you go from there. So you might check the bus depending if it's the start of the day. Obviously, you definitely will be. So obviously pre-start everything, check the bag, check the luggage compartment, make sure that it's all good to go, report any issues, whatever, and then pretty much you'll start your run. So pretty much you'll be picking up your passengers from the camp and then taking them out to site. You could be doing airport runs. You could be doing whatever it might be, like going to pick up tools or something like that, taking your bus in to get it to the mechanics or whatever it might be, swapping out buses throughout the day. You'll basically be picking the guys up from, their place of work, then taking them to the crib room and then dropping them back off again, doing the same thing for lunch, and then also dropping them home at the end of the day, whatever it might be. So you might have to work actually longer hours than them, which is great because you can get paid more money than them in some cases. It's also potentially you might have to do a split shift, which is not the best. But bus driving is awesome. There are just so many pros to it. Like, I love the fact that you are in an air-conned bus. You get to listen to tunes all day, and you also get to meet who's who in the zoo. You get to constantly be on the move, which I found awesome, especially when I was on Barrow, and you get to see the plant being built around you, which was really, really awesome. So many pros. You're not in the elements, you're not getting smashed with that 40-degree heat. Instead, you've got your nice aircon on. So everyone loves jumping in the bus when it's hot, because obviously you keep the aircon nice and cold. Also, you're not exposed to the flies and stuff like that as much. Sure, you'll have annoying flies come into the bus, but that's okay, whatever. You might also have to clean the bus throughout the day, refuel it, take it to the wash bay, whatever it may be. So there can be quite a bit of variety in the job, which is awesome. And you get to meet everyone. That's what I like, talking to people. What do you do for a job? Blah, blah, blah. You can basically work out all the different jobs on site, just in case you might want to change jobs, wink, wink. And also bus driving is great because you can get poached for different jobs. So that's how I went from bus driving to truck driving. I got offered so many different jobs when I was driving the buses. And bus driving is also an awesome way to get your first FIFO job. There's a lot of companies like Transdev and Transperth that will actually train you up. Some of them even pay for your HR driver's license. So that can be a quick way to go from learning how to drive buses and stuff like that in town, and then going on to a FIFO job instead of having to go into the utility job where you're cleaning or whatever. Occasionally, depending on what company that you work for, you might have to do things like light cleaning or whatever throughout the day just to fill in the time, or you might have to go help out in the kitchen or whatever it might be, unless you go straight for the companies like Go West, etc., or Blue Tongue, where you're predominantly just driving buses, which is awesome. The money is really, really good as well, way better than a utility role, unless of course they classify you as a utility. One of the highest paying bus driving jobs that I ever had was $80 an hour. I kid you not, it is ridiculous. So some of the cons can be that it can get a little bit boring. So if you are doing the same route for your whole swing, especially when I did 4-on-1, sometimes you'd be doing the same thing all day long for 4 weeks at a time, and that can get a little bit boring. And you can also stack on the weight if you sit there eating lollies in your cab or in your bus. So potentially stay away from that one. Other than that, I think it's a great job and a great way to get your first FIFO job, especially in the mines. If you've had that experience, you're going to need your HR driver's license and your PTD authorization. That used to be an F extension, but they've changed that over. Super easy to get. It's a short medical to do that. HR driver's license, make sure that you get the manual one. Don't get the auto, because some of the buses are actually manual. And again, like I said, it can be a little bit monotonous, so you need to make sure that you've got some good tunes with you. So Some of the buses are old, so you might need to create some CDs or whatever it might be. But yeah, whatever. Stick your tunes in, drive around all day. Like, you'll love it. It's such a great job. My best advice for anyone who's wanting to get their first FIFO job is get in contact with us at info@winwin.com.au. We can help you get in, full stop. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and that's it. Have an awesome day.